So stay tuned for that.
Hold on. What are you guys' speculations?
Speculation?
You already see what he put in general?
Yeah, I got my
The bingo
bingo
board?
card. Let me put it up on stream right now.
I think it's Soul
Here we
Calibur 6. That's all I'm gonna guess.
This is my
Dude,
bingo
I
card.
hope if it comes to the Switch, I would buy that game 3 times.
What
I
does?
buy it just once, but
Because I want to support them.
Alright, forgive the fact that the Nintendo Direct bingo title looks like shit right now. So my bingo card, which are my main predictions, there's going to be no new details on online. We're not going to know anything new about their online service. We're not going to know anything more specific about a release date.
Okay,
I think they said this year or something. We already know the price is $20 a year, which is great, but we're not going to know anything else about a feature in online, about anything, any specs, nothing. They're going to hype up Labo in some way. They're going to show a hype package or like really show off like you can do this with Labo, that kind of thing. They're going to say at least 3 times in the conference that they have more details in a later date. And I think this is significant because it's a 30, if I can move this for a second, a 30-minute conference. I think they have so little, I think they have so little to show though that in 30 minutes they're going to say for 3 separate things that there will be more details at a later date. So they'll show like Pokemon Switch and a new Fire Emblem.
Pokemon's just too soon.
But they'll have more details at a later date about it. I mean,
like the big events they're gonna hold for E3, like Smash Bros, possibly Metro Prime 4, and maybe the Pokemon. Maybe they'll save that for E3.
I think
for tomorrow, I think they're gonna do like another Wii U port, Hyrule Warriors release date finally, and like fucking Mario Maker or something.
Okay, so I think as far as Pokemon Switch info, we're going to get some kind of information about the game. We're not going to get a trailer or anything. They're just going to say it's coming out around this time. They're going to say you're going to be able to do this new thing. It's something to get people interested, but it's going to be brought up, and there's going to be something said other than we're still working on it. The free space is Mario Tennis, because that's confirmed.
Nah, because they would do their own Pokemon Direct for that, because they done it past 3.
It's possible.
Like the big ones, they're gonna do their own Direct for it. This is just gonna be like the little small stuff they're gonna release this year.
Yeah, well, that's why it's a bingo card.
New like Splatoon DLC, probably Xenoblade DLC, maybe Virtual Console.
Yeah,
and whatchamacallit, the new Fire Emblem game.
I really doubt they're gonna do even all that. All I'm thinking, even with Switch Pokemon, is that they're gonna bring it up because it's been so long since they brought it up the last time.
No, they're gonna save that for E3.
So Smash Brothers Deluxe, I think there's a good possibility it's announced at this because I don't know why else you'd have it direct unless you're showing something people care about. Even with the Labo thing, it was that was a big deal, but they didn't even bother doing a direct to that. They just kind of uploaded a video to YouTube.
I don't think Labo's gonna be on there.
It's possible, but I think they're just gonna bring that up. If anything,
I think Labo will be on there just to remind you it's coming out in a month.
Yeah, something like that.
There might be something on Animal Crossing.
Maybe like a little 2-second thing for Labo, but
I have one more prediction, but I forgot it.
Yeah. So there's already Detective Pikachu amiibos confirmed. I think they're gonna bring them up during this, either to sell you on the toy or to show you specifically how it's used with the game.
They might do new amiibos, yeah.
They are. They've shown the Detective Pikachu amiibos.
There's a link. I know they're gonna do Fire Emblem because there was a. They were teasing that, or there was a rumor going on for that.
Yeah.
For Fire Emblem.
Now, the reason I have new Super Smash Bros. On is because I think they're going to mention Smash Bros. Deluxe. And I think they're going to say, and we're also working on another Smash Bros. Related project with more details at a later date. And, yeah.
And also Tui. The world ends with you.
Yeah, they might do that.
They might. I mean, that's a something game.
I don't know. I honestly think it's going to be like more third-party support for the Switch, nothing first-party. Because there's a lot. Because the Switch is sending like hotcakes, dude. So they're gonna want.
But you don't do a direct for exclusively third-party.
I mean, it would be the best. It would be the best direct to do it for, because, like I said, the big ones like Smash and Pokemon, they're gonna have their own direct.
Nintendo does not just do a direct for everyone else's stuff.
That's what they did for the January one.
Did they? I would have sworn they showed some Nintendo stuff.
I mean, besides Hyrule Warriors and Mario Tennis.
And Kirby.
Those are all
Can't
second
forget
party.
my
Though.
homie Kirby.
They're Nintendo
and Bayonetta.
characters.
They have Bayonetta.
Yeah.
Was Bayonetta during
That's
that?
a second party though. That's Platinum is like
Not during the
working
Game
with
Awards?
Nintendo. Do what?
Yeah, that was during the Game
Well,
Awards. though.
I think technically it's Bayonetta's first party now because Nintendo owns her.
It's like
Kinda.
second party.
It's mainly like they've got her by the balls. Not really that they made her. You know. But and then the last one that people are not going to be happy about is no info on Metroid Prime 4. They're not going to talk about it at all. They might bring up
Metroid
that it
Prime
exists.
4
but
maybe for E3, but I think it's way too early.
yeah, they're not going to... It's definitely too early to release it, but as far as new details, anything like that, that's not going to happen. But regardless, we're going to see this tomorrow, and we're going to see exactly how much my bingo card gets filled. I doubt it's going to be 100%. You never make a bingo card that you know is going to be 100%. Otherwise, you're just a jackass, really. It's like, oh, check it out, my bingo card's completely full. It's like, there is a Nintendo game, there is a Direct, it is at this time. Like, no, I don't want to put stuff I know is for sure. There might not be Labo here. They're focusing on software. There's a good possibility it won't be here. Smash Bros. Deluxe, they might say for E3, and I think that's possible if they don't have a new Super Smash Bros. Ready for, I'd say, early next year or something like that, slated, or like even mid next year. Because if they do have a new Smash Bros. On the soon horizon, you know, like the near horizon, then if they don't, they're obviously going to save Smash Bros. Deluxe for E3. Because if that's your only Smash Bros. News of this year, then yeah, you save it for E3. That's a big Direct. And then they could show Metroid Prime 4, you never know.
I mean, they don't announce games that they're like, you know, years out, maybe a year later, but not years out. Usually, every time they announce something, it's like next year.
What about Metroid Prime 4 and Pokemon
Zelda,
Switch?
Zelda took like
and
4
Zelda.
years.
They do it a lot, actually.
Prime 4 to just be another Federation Force.
They announced Pokemon Switch so early, it was literally the Pokemon dude in his office with a piece of notebook
everybody fucking
paper.
hated Ultra, dude. They're like, no, fuck Ultra. Nobody wants fucking Ultra Sun and Moon.
Yeah, that's true, but that does show that they do announce stuff way too early. Like, that was earlier than, I will say, development-wise, earlier than Final Fantasy VII Remake, because at least they had a cinematic done.
I was going to say that. It's a good thing Sarah Vic's not a fan of that.
Yeah.
What, Pokemon?
Dude, yeah. I'm excited to know about Pokemon Switch. That's one of the reasons I have it on here, is wishful thinking. I want to know if there's going to be online play. I would love it if there was online play.
It's a Pokemon game. I don't know. I think it's just going to have like the regular online that regular Pokemon has. Just like online battles and maybe a tournament too. And then, of course, the DTS. And then, of course, your friend codes and shit like that. But I don't think it's going to have
I don't think it ever had online before. Dramatic. I think it had local multiplayer. I don't think any of them have had online.
It's had it since X and Y, I think.
Because I read stuff about why they never wanted to make it a home console thing, and that lines up with them not having online. Because if they had online, it wouldn't make any sense. Because they said the whole point of Pokemon was that you meet your friends and then you say like, "Hey, I've caught these Pokemon." You meet up and then you battle.
Switch is mobile now, so that's you can't really argue with that now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying with it being on Switch, I think it's still a home console. Even if you can take it with you, it's still a home console. So I'm thinking it's possible they have online, but you never know. They've been pretty adamant about, hey, no online, none of that.
If it's Switch as like a portable console, there's no Street Pass. You can't do like the get together and like trade little me guys.
I thought they did have something like that.
Well, I mean,
not
they're gonna have to
Pass,
do it,
but the local multiplayer thing. Yeah, because they show people playing it on a bus in the trailer for the Switch.
Well, they showed them using airplane mode with wireless controllers too.
Yeah, I mean that's more of a I'm gonna lie to your face kind of thing, though. I felt like the bus thing was showing off a feature. The thing with the Joy-Cons is show like, hey, here are the controllers still, and then you can also have it on there.
As long as they share a wireless network, you could do local multiplayer.
Probably.
But how many buses have a Wi-Fi network?
Yeah,
I mean, you can
I
have your
still-
own hotspot with your phone. I mean,
they have to have something in there for that. That's like a Nintendo thing, I would think.
because they don't have infrared like the 3DS does.
Yeah. But either way, this is going to start up tomorrow. Got the Nintendo Direct bingo ready. Got all my predictions. I'm sure you guys have some of yours. So if you want to stop by, I'll go ahead and show that again. From, say, using Pacific time, 2 p.m. Pacific until about 2:30
Then again,
Pacific.
doesn't the Joy-Con have like an IR reader or something like that?
Who knows? They're small. They're cool. That's all I know about the Joy-Cons.
It has NFC because with Amiibo.
Yeah,
So
that
can
is
you
true.
do a NFC with like another Switch or what?
I don't think
I mean,
NFC
in
works
theory,
like
you could
that.
probably like tap remotes together. That would be kind of awkward.
I don't
Doable.
I don't think it would work like that.
Because
I
what
mean,
does
you could probably
what does
do
the
that for
3DS
something,
have
but-
that so you could use local multiplayer?
They had a Street Pass
Alright.
function. I don't know what technology specifically it had.
I
Yeah.
think it was infrared. Yeah, it's an infrared. It's infrared. So
Uh,
the Switch doesn't
Infrared
have
was Game Boy
infrared,
Color.
and the 3DS.
I'll have to get back to you on that.
Yeah. So
I'm
we'll
looking
see.
at the
Maybe they'll
looking at
say
the-
something about it tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific. So if you guys want to stop by at that point, I'm going to be streaming it. I have alarms set so I do not miss this. It's probably not going to be the biggest deal in the world, but at least it's going to be bigger than that Labo thing. So we're going to sit and watch it, and then afterward, for however long is interesting, I'm going to discuss everything that they discussed in this conference. Hopefully, at least one of the things on my bingo board is right, because if so, then it's going to be a fine direct.
I
you know?
hope at least they announce like a web browser and Netflix for the Switch. 'Cause that'd be sweet.
Yeah, maybe. It
What
does
is
seem
that?
like they're
If they
focusing
do a
on
web browser, then we
software.
can hack the Switch even better. So
I'm pretty sure they're just going to focus on software for this one.
I mean, it's technically someone hacked it. Someone hacked it already, made it into a Linux tablet.
Yeah, that's definitely possible. But, you know, we'll see what they actually do. Whether they want to go ahead and roll out some of the nice stuff that they probably have in the pipeline for the Nintendo Switch, or if they want to wait for the online service to
I'm
be
not
out.
expecting any major first party IPs tomorrow. My bet's all on like third party and maybe a hint or two towards the first
Soul
IPs.
Calibur.
They're gonna save that for yeah, dude. If they announce Soul Calibur, I will fucking shit bricks tomorrow.
I mean,
That'd be fucking free.
it's not coming to the Switch because
it's using
It will.
Unreal Engine 4,
No.
so it's compatible with Switch.
yeah, but they would have announced it by now. They
And
announced
it's a
it for
fighting
all
game,
their
so it doesn't
systems,
need like super ultra graphics.
and all the trailers
Figure it
are branded for each console that
I
is
mean,
in the Switch.
if it could fucking
specifically.
run Wolfenstein 2, it could run Soul Calibur.
I grant.
It could,
I bet
but it
you a
won't.
game of Peach Peach Splash that they'll announce Soul Calibur 6 for Switch tomorrow.
I'm not gonna. I don't care. I'm not gonna take the bet.
I'll take your bet on that.
They're not going to,
Whatever
but
you would.
I'm not gonna
Okay,
take a bet on
$10.
it
$10. $10.
$10.
because I don't want the game, so I have nothing to win. But
Just 10 flat dollars. 10 straight dollars.
nah,
I will give you Cuphead.
$10
I do not
in
make
there.
bets. I do
Well,
not make bets.
That's less for you.
All right, Ducky, me and you, we know for sure.
What?
We know
Soul
what's going
Calibur
to happen.
6? Yeah,
Soul Calibur
tomorrow.
6.
Yep.
Nah,
Yeah.
it's not gonna happen, guys. I hate the
It-
break.
Leave it.
No,
It's gonna happen.
the thing is, like,
$10.
you look
Free.
at all of their trailers, and it's branded like for PC, Xbox, and PS4. Each trailer in the
Yeah.
title says
So with Metal Gear
Exactly.
Solid
PC,
That
5,
is-
they'll
that
announce it for PC.
They didn't. Yeah, they didn't announce the Dark Souls remake until the Switch.
That's
What do you
'cause
mean?
Nintendo's are a little bitch.
I don't know.
They'll do it.
I doubt
hope
it.
They do.
It's possible. I don't see why people want it on the Switch unless you only have a
For
Switch.
Link.
Link was fine in Soul Calibur 2.
Link was my homeboy.
We still have Soul Calibur 2. Like, I don't think we need Link in another one anyway. If we have
Okay,
it,
so
it should
there's
probably
a
be someone
rumor
else.
going on. This
We
is just a
have one
rumor.
game in a
so-
series. Why have the
So
rest of the
take this
series?
with a grain of salt. It's saying Soul Calibur Soul Calibur's coming to the PC, PS4, Nintendo Switch. There's no info on the Xbox One version yet. It's
Okay,
gonna be
so
released
it's
in
already been
December.
confirmed for the Xbox One.
Has it?
Yes.
Let's see. Oh, well, fuck.
What
mind.
has?
It has. I don't know where you're
Does
finding
it?
this
Hold-
rumor.
I'm just looking at Twitter.
Twitter.
Don't trust
Come on,
Twitter.
dude.
Okay,
Twitter,
no,
you
you're
gotta
right.
fact check all those.
Okay, it's not, it is coming to Xbox One.
Yeah.
Damn it.
And don't
That-
believe
that
rumors.
rumor's
They're all
false.
horseshit. Every last one of them.
Yeah,
Just a
Twitter
hater.
people will tell you.
They'll
I
come.
don't know.
Twitter people will tell you that
Feeling it.
Bloodborne's coming to the Xbox when we know that's not true.
No, fuck that. That's owned by Sony. We know that's not gonna come.
Yeah, that's
That's
just
what I'm saying.
Xbox
At least we
people.
know for sure
wishing.
that Dark Souls is gonna have a funky mode. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
No,
Dude,
yeah,
of
that's
course it is.
confirmed.
Mhm.
You
Yeah, I don't
even
know
need-
who the
that's
hell wants to
100%
play that on Switch, by the way. I
Maybe
don't know why
Tekken
you think,
7's
oh,
coming to
it's
Switch.
portable. Why don't I take this frustrating ass game with me everywhere? Maybe I can
Just
toss
imagine
the
a
entire
library.
console across the room.
Dude, just wait until Nintendo releases like a Switch Pro or something. That's gonna be sweet.
Be nice.
Watch what they're gonna do is be like, yeah, so instead of a 32 gigabyte memory card, you get a 64 gigabyte memory card. That's all they're gonna. That's all it's gonna do. That's it. And people are still gonna buy it because people are retarded.
Dude,
Hey,
everybody
people buy
wants every
anything.
game on. I want every game on the Switch. Fuck it. Put
I
fucking Overwatch on the Switch.
No, because it's
Nah.
gonna be an inferior version, and I love Nintendo, but the Switch is not that good of a console.
It's basically a portable 360. It's just a little bit more powerful than a 360.
I don't think the graphical output's even as good as the 360.
It's
Oh, it
not.
is.
It is. It is.
Really?
If it
I don't
is,
think
then it
is.
doesn't look like it. If
Yeah,
it
Wii U is on
can,
par with the PS3.
then it
if
does
not
not
a
do
little
it.
bit better, and Switch is better than that.
Yeah.
I guess so. I mean, I haven't seen it in any of the games that I've played.
Well, it just came out. Give it time. Wait till Soul Calibur 6.
Yeah. I guess, yeah, if Soul Calibur 6 comes out, then maybe by that point, because that's never happening, is totally not coming out for the Switch. Because they know the Switch is not a market for Soul Calibur.
It's the fastest selling console.
It is the fastest selling console for Nintendo games. People buy Nintendo consoles for Nintendo games. You do not buy a Nintendo Switch because you want to play Madden or a shooter.
I don't know how
or
many
anything
people
like
I've
that.
talked to who said they would buy games if they just mount a Switch just because it's portable.
I mean, that's probably the case.
But
And like,
you have to. A lot of times when they say that, they're not gonna take it out with them. They like
yeah,
the
the
fact that
is
it's
cool.
portable. Well, that's what I'm saying. They like the fact that it's portable, but
I would
Like,
buy Persona 5
okay.
again in a heartbeat just so I can play it on the go.
I actually have to sell those because if I could work at Best Buy and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And when I mentioned that, I was like, they're like, why would I take it out? I'm gonna get raw for this shit. I was like, yeah.
It's
well,
a good selling point. It works.
No,
Yeah,
yeah, it's a really good selling point, but realistically,
Realistically,
not
of
gonna-
course not.
you're-
Most people don't leave
you're
their
not
house
gonna
'cause
fucking
they're
take it out there.
Okay, so
antisocial.
the Switch
But it's a good
has
selling point.
it works
No,
for
yeah,
stuff like
really.
Rocket League or like RPGs and stuff like
you
that.
can't
It
play Rocket
doesn't
League
work
online
for-
on the go.
Okay, so the Switch
Yeah.
has 393
You can do it
G
local
flops.
though.
When it's docked, the 360 had 355, the PS3
I'm just
had
saying how
400,
their games are.
and the Wii U had 200. So the Switch is twice as powerful as the Wii U, and like
Well, yeah, the Wii
it's
U was like,
basically like I
shit.
said, it's basically a mobile PS3. That's what the Switch
If we all
is.
go into bed,
Maybe eventually.
This got fun though.
Yeah.
But
a
it's
little
not
old for
even
a console
close.
war.
Not even close to a PlayStation 4 though. Like the
Well, of course
OG
not.
one.
Yeah,
well,
So-
yeah.
and that's why there's
basically,
certain
that's what I'm
games you just
saying,
won't
though.
get for the Switch.
The Switch is basically a mobile 360.
Yeah, except they have yet to actually use that power.
Oh,
They
Properly.
could. I think with
Properly.
Smash Brothers it'll show up. That's how it was with the
if
Wii.
anything, they should do it with Bayonetta.
Yeah, I mean, if you could run
Yeah.
Bayonetta mobile like that, what at fucking 60 is it running at 60?
No,
Unless they're just
no,
using
they-
the same
all their
engine
games
they
are-
used
all
for
their
the
games are
Wii U
running at
ones.
30.
If they're just using
Still,
the same
even
Bayonetta 2
at a
engine.
stable 30, it's still fucking good though.
But Tony doesn't care
still.
about Bayonetta.
Well,
I don't know. Hobo, do you think?
but you have to realize that I know about these things.
You work at Best Buy. You aren't an insider.
Well,
Yeah,
I
you're
have to
not- you
fucking
don't
take. I
fucking
have
know,
to actually
man.
take classes to know about fucking specific shit is a thing.
You
Unless
talk to grandparents and moms all day.
No, I actually talk to kids that know more shit about me.
you
To be
sell
honest,
people
sometimes.
overpriced HDMI cable, so fuck you.
HCDP.
To you, they're overpriced, but to me, I get them for like $2. So
Dude, I get them for
Fuck
$1
you.
mono price.
Hmm. As far as the direct tomorrow, the only thing they've confirmed is Mario Tennis Aces, which is going to be the absolute best Mario Tennis game to come out this year.
I'm
But
buying it for sure.
outside of that, we don't know anything else for sure, other than, and this is the same kind of shit I did with the Labo, and we managed to kind of get what the Labo was going to be.
Dude, the Labo was completely. I was not expecting the Labo.
And no one expected exactly what the Labo was going to be, but we had a feeling that it had something to do with interactivity, whether within the game or outside of the game. Rick was thinking that it was going to be something that you built, and he got that right. And then we knew that it was going to be something that was for kids, because they explicitly stated it. But we said, this is something that there's probably going to be a niche market for it in like in the adult demographic, but it's not going to be for the adults. And sure enough, we get cardboard. But as far as what this says, all the info we have so far is what it says on this direct screen, really, is that you tune in for roughly 30 minutes of information. So got a rough 30. I'm hoping it's more rather than less. And then focused on 3DS and Switch titles launching this year. So it's only games launching this year. And then new details on Mario Tennis Aces. But it does say focused on, which does not mean all-inclusive exclusively.
To abandon the 3DS. Let it die.
No. The PlayStation did that with the Vita, and they looked really shitty for it. People still use the 3DS. I don't mind them supporting a console they made.
I mean,
for fuck's sake,
if they
like 150 million install base or something like that.
It's something. It has at least one. You might as well not fuck over your customers.
It has a shit. I don't know. I just want them to kind of die it off.
They're gonna lose a major amount of people if they discontinue the 3DS as a thing.
Well, I mean, yeah, the 3DS still has a market. There's no sense in discontinuing the 3DS.
I mean, I think Reggie said they're gonna continue with 3DS for like another 2 or 3 years.
Something. They'll replace it with something.
But don't just fucking just be like, yeah, next month we're stopping production for the 3DS in general.
Thinking about it, why would Nintendo want to have a product that competes with another product? Like, they're both mobile platforms.
No, but they're not
I
both
think they'll keep it up
handheld.
for a little longer, but not for too much longer.
Yeah, there's a difference between
like I said, 2 to 3 years seems fine, because they're projecting the Switch is going to last at least another 5 to 10 years.
I mean, 3DS has been hacked wide open for years now.
Yeah,
they gotta be feeling that.
They're gonna be.
I don't think
they'll replace the 3DS with something. It's not gonna be just the Switch.
That's what this went in one of the interviews.
Because like
I don't think it'll last 10 years though.
The whole thing with the 3DS is not only can you take it with you, you can fit it in your pocket. Like it goes in a pocket. You can carry it around with you easily. I mean, Switch, you need a bag.
Like the iPhone and like the iPad, where it's kind of the same thing, the same ecosystem. Actually, they're kind of talking about it before. They want the same like operating system for both.
Yeah.
So I think like a little Switch tablet and then like a Switch.
Yeah,
like
everyone was thinking that
touch.
and it kind of came true a little bit with the dock, but like that the Switch was going to release and it was going to be a handheld and a home console that docked. Yeah. And it kind of is if you count the dock as like the home console, but it's not really. So that could still have functionality in some way, given the way the dock is shaped and really only room for one thing. It's kind of doubtful.
Unless they make a dock that somehow increases your GPU power. Or like a CPU.
No, my guess.
That's what they were gonna do before they released it.
Yeah, but at this point, that's not gonna happen. That would be.
That's already released.
Yeah, there's nothing anywhere near that dock that looks like it could do that. But as far as interfacing, my thing is it's gonna be something along the lines of transferring with the Metal Gear series on the Vita and then on the PS3, where you could start a game. Let's say like on the Switch, you start Mario Odyssey. On the Nintendo, whatever the fuck they call it, you can pick up Mario Odyssey and go. I think there is going to be an overlap in some of the games, just the most popular ones probably. And for stuff like Smash Brothers and Mario Kart, it's going to be a different game in a few ways. Like probably with Smash Brothers, do the same thing. Like, oh, well, we got a couple different stages. A couple of stages are left out. Just to incentivize people. But maybe they can interact, and it's like, hey, if you own this copy of the game, then you get these stages for free.
I just hope they don't fucking do another 3DS Smash Bros, because that pissed me off.
Well, it was a great idea, and I still love the idea. And the only reason it did not succeed is because of the 3DS thumbstick.
Yep.
It's the whole thing. So if they make a new one, they have a
or
better
if they do make
thumbstick.
a new one, at least make it completely separate than what's on the Switch. Because they even intend themselves as a 3DS GIMP, the Wii U version of it.
Well, the
That's
Wii
what
U
they-
How
gives
cool would
the
a, like
Wii
a,
U
like a
version.
Nintendo phone be?
That would be fucking sweet. I would buy one.
It would suck ass. You want to know the truth? Nintendo
Like,
would
if
not
you-
make a
if-
good phone.
Very
If you, could
engaged.
play, if you could play 3DS like titles, that'd be sweet.
Like
It-
a little PS Go.
Yeah.
yeah, but it
Engaged.
wouldn't be a good phone. It would be a good handheld console, but
I mean, you never
when you had
know.
to get down to like texting and making phone calls, like there would be bugs. There'd be fucking
Yo,
issues.
PictoChat on the phone. Nice.
It would be great if they could do it. If they partnered up with like AT&T or Verizon or Sprint or somebody like that and said, "Hey, you guys really make the phone part of this. We know how to make the handheld game part
Verizon
of
doesn't
this."
make phones. They just get the service.
Well, still, they have to partner with somebody who makes phones.
Like Nokia or like Samsung or something.
Yeah,
Bro, Nokia.
like I'm pretty sure. I don't know which one has it, but I'm pretty sure like Verizon or AT&T have like a more of an exclusive deal with certain models of Samsung. It's something I don't care that much about phones.
They all do. They all have their own.
Yeah,
little
they have
So
their
you'd still
own-
have to make a
they-
deal with one of them, and then say like, okay, well, we're basically gonna have the next Note, and then, for this next Note, it's gonna have 2 screens, and then we go for there. Just figure out how we're gonna make the Nintendo 2DS phone, I guess, or Phone DS or something. Who knows
Well,
what they call it?
Oh,
That's
my
not gonna
freaking
happen.
S8 is like 5 times more powerful than 2DS, so I mean, I don't see a problem with it.
Yeah, I mean that could be a route. I really don't think they're gonna do it, but that could be a route.
2 golds.
If they do, it'll.
But the
'cause
thing is, though, I don't think they're gonna want to make a phone that costs like $1,000.
No,
So-
that's the thing. But they wouldn't, because they've always undersold their hardware. They would sell something that'd be so competitive that it would sell a ton of copies. Like their phone would it'd be bought up as long as you have something that is sleek and at least is powerful, has enough memory as like the current things on the market. They would cut it by like half of what people are asking easily, because they just, even with the Switch, they're selling it for way less. That's why they have to drive up their controller prices and their dock
There you
prices
go.
and stuff.
There's already, I forgot what it's called, but I found it.
Oh,
What?
But
There's already a dual screen phone.
it's a terrible idea, really.
I mean, that was.
I mean, I
technically-
think it's pretty cool. I mean, if it's like the Motorola, they have the Z mods. They could do like a 3DS mod for it.
I mean, I linked it in general. It looks
Yeah.
great, and I think it performs well, but
I think
Mm,
if
I
anything,
feel
it's
like
going to
the
be
Z mod
something
is
like
kinda
a
stupid,
small
though.
Switch. I think they're going to do the iPad iTouch thing, where
Yeah,
it's like
it-
a mini version and big version. If they
Exactly.
continue
That
the
is-
I
portable
just want
version.
them to
I think that's
slowly
what
kill
we'll
off
do.
the 3DS. So
I don't think they're gonna kill it off. I
That's
think
what-
they're
that's
gonna
what I want.
replace it. It's not gonna be like the
I mean,
Wii U either.
if they could
where the
make
Wii U
it
just
where
kinda died.
where you could keep playing 3DS titles, I'm fine with that.
Well,
but
I
I
mean,
just
they're
don't
not
want
gonna be
them
able to stop you
to-
from playing 3DS titles.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like if
Yeah.
you could still play 3DS titles, but
Well, they wouldn't
have
be
a
able
more
to stop you
powerful
from playing it.
system that's not gonna compete with the Switch.
Yeah.
Or if they make a Switch version that you could play 3DS games on, that'd be even better.
Well, yeah.
the only way that
they're-
they would get rid of the DS is if they make just where you can play them digitally on the Switch. That would be the only
Well,
way.
that's-
yeah, if they do
that's one of the
anything, it's
virtual
gonna play
console,
with
though.
the Switch. Whatever it is, it's gonna interact with the Switch in some way. Like they've made it clear that they want the Switch to be like the hub for everything you do, but they're
What
totally gonna make something
Exactly,
that's
and the 3DS
more easily
completely
portable.
competes with that. Like, why would you want people?
it
why
doesn't,
would you want
though.
to support?
You can't
Yes,
take
it
your
does,
Switch
'cause
with you in
they're
your
both-
pocket.
mean,
Most
you
people do not
they
take their
can.
Switch with you everywhere. I do know for a fact though, when the 3DS and like the DS and stuff were in their prime, people took their DS with them everywhere they went. Where they had Street Pass on, and they just wanted to get shit, or like a few games that use the pedometer to track everything and like give you extra points or something. People took that around with them. You're not gonna bring a backpack with your Switch in it everywhere you go.
what if the direct tomorrow literally just was, hi guys, we're bankrupt, bye.
Well, that wouldn't take 30 minutes.
Well, they were just build up. It's like, oh, we got a great announcement. It's just a countdown timer. Like
They're
the hell.
definitely not
Nah,
bankrupt.
they got too much money for that.
Yeah, they could have not made the Switch and put out 2 more flops or something like that and still been fine. It's Nintendo. They got a lot of money, and even if they didn't, there'd be millions of companies wanting to bail them out. Just like the opportunity to buy Nintendo,
But what if
Nintendo
what
is
if-
not going to die anytime soon.
But what if everyone there was just like, you know what? Let's just leave. They just gave up.
Yeah,
Like-
that's not going to happen either.
Like,
What they
fuck
might do is they
Nintendo.
might make for the Pokemon Switch at least. They might make it compatible with the 3DS, maybe. Like have the 3DS version have like its companion app or whatever.
I doubt it. The Switch version, whatever they make,
'Cause
is
I
going to be a separate
remember-
game.
What's his name? The new CEO saying that the 3DS and Switch
No,
are going to
no,
be
no.
like parallel products together.
In a
I
lot
just-
of ways,
like,
yeah.
I just don't want them to get games anymore because it's the 3DS.
But they have different teams doing different things. The 3DS isn't really cutting into
Exactly,
Nintendo
but, I mean,
stuff.
like, just like the Wii U Smash, you know, if it can't be played on the 3DS, then they're not going to put it in the Wii U Smash because they don't want to separate people.
Well, the only reason that
Oh!
happened is because of a programming
Right?
issue with the 3DS with the Ice Climbers. That's the only thing
Might have
that
died.
was even scrapped for that reason. As far as the
Exactly, but
maps go,
it's still got scrapped though. We would have definitely had the Ice Climbers
yeah,
in Wii U Smash. Even Sakurai said that. He said we would definitely had the Ice Climbers. We could have if the 3DS could handle it,
yeah,
but they couldn't have more than like 2 Ice Climbers in one stage at a time.
yeah. It was an issue that they had with the 3DS, but that's hardly even enough to.
And
warrant
then
just
and that's with the
scrapping
Wii U. The Switch
entire
is
thing.
twice as powerful as the Wii U, so it's gonna gimp the game even more if they make a 3DS version and a Switch version.
Well, they won't. It would be for a new handheld. There's no way they would end up doing that. Because we already have a 3DS Smash Brothers game. At that point, you're basically releasing something that will compete with itself.
Exactly, and that's exactly what I'm saying. That's why I want the 3DS to die because you're gonna compete with itself. They're
Well, it's
both
gonna-
mobile products.
It's gonna work
They
its
both
way
have the
out,
same
but it's not gonna.
consumers. How many people do you know that own a 3DS and a Switch? I mean,
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, but it's not gonna.
Most every
It's not gonna
Nintendo
just
person does.
die. Is the thing. It'll work its way out like any other console.
Yeah, I know, and that's what I'm saying. I want them to start phasing out the 3DS.
Oh yeah, well
I'm not
that's
saying
been
not
underway
tomorrow.
for a while.
Oh, you know what? We're suddenly gonna drop 3DS tomorrow. That's not gonna happen because they're gonna lose way too much money like that. But I'm saying they should start the process of the 3DS being replaced or being dropped altogether.
Yeah, it's gonna happen in time, but there's no rush yet. There's because as far as the games coexisting and costing each other and stuff like that, it's not gonna happen for a pretty long time. I can't think of any game really that they're releasing on the near horizon that's even gonna be ported to the 3DS.
I mean, Smash and Pokemon.
I don't see. They did say that the Pokemon on the Switch was gonna be outside of the handheld line, and then the
Is it's gonna
Smash
be?
is gonna be far on the horizon.
Because they said I forget who said it. Someone said that Ultra and Sun and Moon is like the last 3DS main title Pokemon game. And
I don't
then it
think
was
anyone
just
can
gonna
really
be-
confirm that at this point.
Hold on, let me look it up.
Yeah, it'd be difficult to confirm. Even if Nintendo said it, I don't believe it unless they have another handheld ready to go to announce at E3, which is a real possibility. It's been a few years since the new 3DS, so it's a real possibility they'll end up saying like, "Hey, here's this new handheld that is going to interface with the Switch."
Yeah, the game director himself said it. He said Ultra Sun and Moon will be the last Pokemon RPGs for the 3DS.
Not surprising, but he also didn't know he was making a Switch game, so I don't know how much I trust he knows
I mean,
what he's doing.
the Switch has been in development for 4 years, so they're probably Game Freak being it's a $1 billion series IP. I'm pretty sure they told him that it's going to be a Switch in the horizon.
Not until that direct. That was something that
So Caliber
came out
6?
is that they not gonna happen. But
No, not for Pokemon, dude. For like their first party IPs, of course they'll let their studios know. Say, hey,
they didn't. This
Switch is
is
coming.
the second
Here are the
time they've
specs.
done it. They did it
Build
with
the game for
Pokemon
it.
Switch, which is why the guy only had a sheet of notebook paper. told him, if not that day, that week. And then with Super Smash Bros. Brawl and 4, they did not tell Sakurai that they were making a game until they announced it to the public.
I don't believe that. I don't
That's
see why they
absolutely
would
true.
do that to their studios. I mean, if you have $1 billion IP, you're gonna tell them the day.
As
that
illogical as it
release,
is,
it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't
It
make
doesn't
sense.
make any sense.
But it happened.
That's
Oh my
that's
God.
Nintendo for you, though.
It did happen.
But why would you do that though? You have a studio saying, "Hey, we're gonna release the Switch. Here is,"
Because they didn't want to do it. The
the
Pokemon
specs,
guy did not
you
want to
know.
release a Pokemon game on home console. Sakurai did not want to continue making Smash Bros. Games. So
I mean,
they
I don't
announced
give a fuck
it.
about Sakurai. Sakurai could leave. I don't care if we get a new director for Smash, but Smash makes money. Nintendo's not just gonna drop Smash.
Of
just 'cause
course not.
Sakurai left.
But he didn't
Well,
know
what do you
about it
think
until they
annou-
announced
What
it.
do you think
which
they
means the
announced
team
it
didn't
until they
know.
announced it?
Yeah.
The best way to keep someone to keep making games when they don't want to is to not let them know and announce it, and then they're like, "Well, shit, we got to make one now."
I mean, if that's the case, then we're not going to see Pokemon Switch for another 2 or 3 years.
No, we're
'cause
not.
They just announced it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we're not. We're not going to see Pokemon Switch for another few years. They just started development when they announced it. Actually, they hadn't even started development when they announced it. So, and it's realistically with the next Smash Bros. 2, they'll do the same thing. I know Sakurai said he wanted to be done after Smash Bros. For the Wii U and 3DS. Not gonna happen. I honestly think they're gonna force him to do another one, and honestly, he's not gonna quit because it's too much money. Yeah, he doesn't get the chance to make another Kid Icarus game. He got his chance on the 3DS. You know, they're gonna say, "Hey, there's your one, and now keep making Smash Brothers." It's one of the reasons they brought on Bandai Namco for 4, because he said, "Look, I can't physically do another one of these games with just me and my team." They're all right. Well,
I mean, that's what they did with
Namco
Zelda
Bandai.
too. They had to bring in freaking the team that makes Xenoblade, and I forgot their name. They had to bring all those studios in to help finish Zelda.
Yeah, it happened. I'm glad they did, because I could have easily seen them just saying like, "Fuck you, you made Smash Brothers. Now you have to keep making Smash Brothers." You know.
Well, they kept the same directors. They kept their A studio, but they uploaded like all the environmental work to the B team, which was
Yeah.
a new team.
But like, I wouldn't be
Monolith.
surprised if they still said you still have to do the work. Like, because Sakurai was talking about having really
Hey,
bad
so you
carpal
carried-
tunnel and all that stuff, and not being able to sit at a computer and test stuff and program and test animations or whatever it was that he was complaining about when I read that. Saying like, yeah, I can't physically do it anymore, so that's why they brought in another team, which is good.
I don't really believe that, because after it got released, they immediately started working on DLC for it, like all the DLC characters, all the new maps. Like they made a shit ton of DLC for Smash right after they got released. So
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. I mean, Sakurai just likes to complain a lot.
he
But,
does, but he definitely had the project sprung on him. And that was and Brawl especially, that got delayed a million times, and mainly because of that. And he was still doing that alone. You know, well, not alone, but with his team. Didn't have Bandai Namco in there to help him with that. For Wii U, he was saying like, "I'm done. I don't want to do this." He didn't even want to do a story mode because he was pissed at the community. He didn't like the Smash Brothers community, mainly because they spoiled Subspace Emissary on the internet before it came out.
Well,
He's
not
like-
only that, but he hates competitive Smash. Like he
Yeah.
hates it.
I don't think he hates
competitive.
it. He's been in a couple
No, he
competitive things.
said it in interviews before. He hates competitive Smash.
Yeah, I'm sure he's not a big fan. He has been at a couple though recently,
because
so he
said
might have
hated
changed his tune.
how competitive Melee was, so that's why Brawl was like the complete opposite.
Good possibility. I know the reason Ness
do
is
remember him
nerfed
saying
in
that.
Melee is because someone beat him as Ness in 64. That's a story I heard when I went to Nintendo of America, and I've always looked at Sakurai differently since then. The
Wait,
idea
said
that
what?
you got so salty that somebody beat you in Smash 60, or no, I think it was an early build of Melee. Someone beat him as Ness, and he said, "You know what? You're not going to do that again," and he nerfed Ness all to hell. That's why Ness is the worst character in Melee. And I know
Probably.
it was, if I remember right, it was Nate Bildorf beat Sakurai. And Sakurai said, "You know what? Fuck you." And then Ness, you know, until 4 was completely worthless. By 4, I guess he finally said, okay, we can make them good again. But, yeah, so...
I wonder about that.
What, about the story? No, I heard it from a
Yeah.
legit source.
I don't know. Sakurai is competitive as hell because I just read an interview with him and who was the other guy? I think it was the guy that made Shadow of the Colossus.
Mm-hmm.
They used to be friends in college, and like Sakurai used to be at the arcades for like up to 12 hours a day, just beating people on Street Fighter. So he is competitive, but he hated it how competitive Melee was.
Yeah,
He said
everyone
it was
does.
like it was an accident that it became such a competitive game.
Yeah. I'm sure he wasn't a fan of what happened to it, especially since they made his game look completely janky.
Yeah.
But yeah, he definitely had his issues with Melee, a lot of them. And he's had plenty of issues just in the past, just through development. With Konami trying to get trying to get Solid Snake into Melee.
Well, Smash 4 is a happy medium for
No,
competitive because it's not.
Snakes and Brawl.
It's not.
Yeah,
too
no,
competitive,
but Snake was
but
going to
then
be in
again,
Melee.
It's also friendly to casuals.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Snake was going to be in Melee up until Konami basically said no. Pretty
Fuck
much.
Nah.
Konami. I just hope Konami dies at this point.
Well, they're
I really
dead.
don't care.
As far as anything can be
Just
dead, they're
sell
dead.
Silent Hill IP to Sony and we're good, and then they could die. I don't even care about Metal Gear Solid anymore, to be honest.
Yeah.
See, what they might do is what Fox does though with well, I mean not anymore because they don't own the rights to them anymore, but what Fox would do is they would just pump out a movie for Fantastic Four when I think they had to release a movie or anything, something like that, within 4 years. If they didn't do anything in 4 years, they would automatically lose the rights and Disney would have gotten them.
I don't think
lose
so.
the
Which is why-
property.
Well, Konami has always done Metal Gear Solid, so I don't think that was a problem.
Well, no, yeah. I'm not talking about for like Metal Gear. I'm talking about in terms of like Silent Hill. When was the last time we've seen an actual Silent Hill game?
It's 2015.
15?
Yeah.
Now,
Well,
I don't know if...
it was gonna be Silent Hills, but then the whole Kojima thing happened. Then, which I still want to know what happened though. Like, what the hell happened to Kojima and
To PT?
Konami? Yeah. Well, I mean,
It
not
It
only
was
that,
probably
just
something...
like because not only did Silent Hills get canceled, but MGS5 also got jumped to hell.
You know what I think? Is I think all these questions we should have Sheiks go ask them directly.
He doesn't speak Japanese though.
It doesn't matter. He can go do it. I have faith.
He has a
Yeah, I feel like
smartphone.
there'd
They
be a
can
couple
translate for him.
barriers to that. I'm not sure. If not just because he doesn't know him, but
I mean,
possible.
not
I'm
only
pretty
that,
sure there's
I don't
a thing
think they're
called
gonna allow
security.
some random dude just to go up to Konami.
No,
headquarters
you gotta
and
understand.
headquarters.
Sheiks has creds, man. He's got street creds.
I mean,
He's
does,
a mod
but
for RuneB, so I mean
still.
that automatically gets him in everywhere,
Who?
right, Cheeks?
Hey, I'm a mod.
Exactly. Exactly.
I don't know. I don't know this person. They're not here,
Who?
so I don't know him. Anyway,
Oh shit! They just released a second trailer for Hybrid Warriors.
oh, so is it like
What?
the same as like the other Hyrule Warriors?
I don't know. It's in Japanese.
Is it Dynasty Warriors with Zelda characters?
Pretty much.
It's the same.
That's gonna be the
thing
exact
though
same
on,
thing.
on Wii U,
Interesting.
but-
I can't wait.
It's
Hmm.
just gonna be
March-
just a port.
I
Okay,
can't for Soul
March
Calibur 6
22nd.
tomorrow.
March
Nope.
22nd. That's when it comes out.
Soul Calibur 6 is not gonna happen for the Switch.
Can happen.
If it does, it's gonna be after. It's gonna be a delayed release. It's gonna be something
Well,
where
that was never what I said. It's just going to come out.
yeah, but it's definitely not gonna be announced tomorrow. There's no way.
They'll be moving the goalpost now.
It's not gonna happen. But
Gonna happen.
the other thing is, I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow, because I'd love to say
Calibur
that
6.
tomorrow's gonna have like a really big
Dude,
announcement,
if,
and
if
it
Soul
will.
Calibur 6 happens, that's gonna be so sweet.
Yeah,
it-
but I can't buy a Switch for that, so fuck
I-
that.
I
Fuck
would
you,
not
I don't
care at all about Soul
I would
Calibur
still
for the
buy it
Switch.
just for a portable Soul Calibur.
That's
So I could take
in
it
my
Evo
eyes. In
play
my
it
eyes,
there.
that still doesn't
Take it on the
warrant
go
buying
where?
a Switch though.
to Evo, man. I'm fucking playing Soul
You know
Calibur.
you can't take your Switch on a plane with you anymore, right?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can.
No, you
Yeah,
can't.
you can.
Yes,
I
you
took
can.
Well,
mine
I
Switch.
guess depending on the airline,
Nah,
you can't.
dude, you
There's
can
an
still
airplane
take. You could tell. You could if you could take
No,
your
because
laptop.
they're
You could
actually-
take your fucking
no.
Switch.
No, they're actually reducing the size of the actual electronics.
You
you
use
can
your
carry.
phone on playing that, dude. It's
Nah,
changed.
dude, it's changed.
It's good.
It's hardcore changed.
This was literally like last year.
It's fine.
No, dude, I'm telling you, I used my Switch in airline like not even
Yeah, it's fine.
5 months ago.
Well, I mean, I don't fly a lot, so I really don't follow that. But that's what I heard last time.
It's there's a limit to your battery. It's like 99 wattage hours.
I mean,
or
I don't
something
care
like
about the
that.
I thought it was
battery.
72.
I don't know what it was, but it definitely the Switch does not overcome those.
Yeah.
But what was I saying?
I know.
Saying you
Calibur
would
6
suck a
Switch.
dick for Soul Calibur 6.
Fuck you. Okay, I like that series.
Everybody.
I do too.
What about language?
I think tomorrow is gonna have something big. That's the only thing, because you don't announce a Nintendo Direct for nothing. There's something. They have something. Even with the.
Tales of Souls and Swords, eternally retold.
It's gonna be a Nintendo game. You don't announce a Nintendo Direct for a non-Nintendo game. That doesn't
Dude,
happen.
that's fucking early.
They gotta have something big from Nintendo. Soul
I
Calibur,
know,
if it
well,
shows
They
up,
just
would be at
released
E3.
The trailer for Hyrule Warriors, so that we know that's going to be in there. Maybe a new Fire Emblem because they're saying.
I think
they
you're
were
overhyping
teasing-
Nintendo Direct.
I'm gonna laugh if it's just
Yeah,
like
it's not gonna
another
be that big.
Labo demonstration with
It's
the
not
new
because
shit.
that wasn't even a Direct. That was a YouTube video.
It's focused on Switch games and 3DS games.
Yeah,
Well,
it's gonna
Labo's
have a
cars-
lot. It's just a matter of. It's probably gonna have one or two things that matter a lot. It's gonna have a bunch of indie games and shit, and then it's gonna have at least one thing that makes people care about it. Because otherwise, it's a Direct for no reason, and they don't do that. I do not remember the last Direct.
Glorified
for no
press
reason.
release.
Do what?
Yeah, it's just a glorified press release.
I think you're overhyping this.
It's a Nintendo Direct.
It's only a 30-minute
it's
direct.
just a
So
press
all the
release,
good ones
a
are at
video.
least
They're gonna.
45 minutes
They
to
have
an hour.
never had a Direct that had nothing in it.
Of course, they can have a Zelda game or Mario game or something.
I'm telling you,
in there.
there's not going to be
Like,
any
like a
major
Fuse
first
or
IP
an announcement.
besides Mario Tennis. I'm telling you right now. No
Nobody
major
can say
IPs
that for sure.
Besides Mario Tennis.
As much as
I'm
you
saying.
want to
That's
say
what
that you know that for sure, none of you know that for sure. And
I know. That's what I'm
there's
saying.
reason to
That's
believe
what-
there's
that's-
going to be something else.
That's what I'm predicting. It's just going to focus on.
But then we
like,
don't know for sure that there
third-party
is going to be
support,
anything.
3DS
We
titles.
do. They've
and
confirmed that's going to be
that's it.
something.
besides Mario Tennis, there's not going to be no major IPs tomorrow. I'm telling you right now. That's what I think. That's what I think.
It's a possibility, but I don't see them doing an entire Direct where their main event is Mario Tennis that's coming out in like a week.
Well, other
Exactly.
games
So
are coming out,
they're
like
going to waste
Soul
a good 10 minutes on Mario Tennis, and then we're going to have 20 minutes for in between Switch games and 3DS.
I really doubt they're going to spend a full 10
I
minutes
really
on Mario
don't know
Tennis.
what.
There is not
really
that much
don't
in that
know
game.
What games for 3DS is what the hell games do you want for 3DS coming out?
Yeah, it's going to be 3DS is going to be just 3DS stuff. It's going to be like when they used to announce Kinect games at Microsoft conferences.
3DS games. At
I'm
this point.
predicting at least 5 third-party games being talked about tomorrow.
That's a good
I know
possibility.
they're going to talk about the new Octo Traveler. There might be a new.
It's gonna be
release
like
date for
little
that one
games.
too. The Octopath Traveler or whatever.
No idea.
Weren't you going to bed
I was
like an hour ago?
No, shut up, Sheik.
I predict after
Nintendo
all
came
of
in.
this, some of you are going to be severely disappointed.
No.
I mean, I
I'm not
don't
expecting-
care.
I'm not
I
expecting-
don't see why people make such a big deal about trying to get excited for something. It's not like it's really a big deal if you get let
You guys
down.
literally talked for an hour about this. What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah, I know, but it's like people look down on that. It's like, oh, you keep discussing it, you're gonna get let down. Look out,
I'm
not
not even-
gonna sit in a corner and cry if
I'm not
all they
putting-
announce is more
I'm
Mario
not getting
Tennis
hyped up
characters.
for tomorrow. I like talking about it because I'm talking what games are going to come out.
Yeah,
But like, I'm not majorly hyped for tomorrow though. I'm not like I'm saying. I'm not expecting any major first IPs. Just like third-party games and whatever crap they're going to throw for the 3DS.
yeah.
Ducky, how many fingers am I holding up?
I don't fucking know.
That's because you're tired.
Because you're not in front of me. That's why.
Or
You're not
am
even
I?
in the same room as me.
Or am I? And you just
3.
can't see me.
3.
See? He knows.
Oh, Tony's Tony. He knows.
Either way,
Tony knows.
it starts at 2 p.m. So for those of you who do want to see what's
How is that-
actually going to be shown off,
That's.
I'm still
isn't
coasting.
it,
Cover.
isn't it 5 for you, Grant?
no, it's 4 for me. It's 2 p.m. Pacific.
Oh, that's
I've got
right,
it on
you're
the
in-
screen right now. People can figure it out. You guys know how to tell time. The
I
clock
know,
goes
Brandon.
from the top and then clockwise. Yeah.
It's like the morning for me.
So you're saying it goes from right to left?
Well, it goes around in
Well,
a circle. So
I mean, technically,
I mean,
it's not like it
right
goes
to left, or does it go left to
horizontally.
right?
You know, it starts if you're going from the top, it rotates to the right, and then when it hits the bottom, then it's going left. I guess it's going up.
It's 7 a.m. for me. Fuck.
Sheiks, I don't think
You
you
got
have
the
to worry
Sheiks.
about it.
Aren't you gonna be at work, Cheeks?
I'll be in the shower.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
you can
either
watch
way, I
it.
mean,
Wait, you have an S8. You can watch it in the shower.
yeah, just tune in my stream in the shower. It's a water-resistant phone. You got that. You'll be fine. Test it, and if it breaks your phone, you get to sue Samsung.
Yeah.
I'll just get the new Nintendo phone.
Yeah. Get the
well, I mean, you
Nintendo.
I
N
would
phone.
legit
Able
buy
to
Nintendo
sue.
phone if you did it.
Yeah.
Because you know it would run Android.
Yeah, just running over my bingo card one more time for anyone who did not see it. These are my major predictions, just to list them
before it
off.
has the iOS on
We
it.
got no new online details as far as the online service Nintendo have promised us. We're not going to know shit about it more than we already do. Labo hype in the sense that it's going to be mentioned. This isn't a major prediction. This is a 30-minute direct. I'm not expecting them to bring out freaking Reggie Fils-Aimé and the, what do they call it? The Toy-Con B.
No,
just,
we're
like,
gonna
start
see a lot
punching
of
at a
Bill
wall.
tomorrow.
Yeah, the third is they're going to have a lot of shit that they're going to try and mention but have no information on. At least 3 things that the most they can say is that they'll talk about it later. I think they're going to bring up Pokemon Switch, and that could also apply to the previous thing where they just basically say we'll have more later, but they're going to give us at least something where it says this is the setting, or this is a release window, this is a price, something. Free Space is Mario Tennis because they confirmed it. Smash Bros. Deluxe, if they're planning anything big, it's got to be that. I don't see anything else that's going to be a surprise to anybody.
I mean, Dark Souls was a surprise.
Yeah,
That is
it
true.
is, but still, we knew that was on the horizon
Skyrim
anyway.
was a surprise.
Me, I hope they announce like Virtual Console for tomorrow. I hope they do
No.
because I know they said that the online is going to come out September, so
Yeah, I don't think they're going to do shit
that's
with
coming
Virtual
up pretty
Console.
soon.
I
hope
think
they
Virtual
do.
Console is way after the online comes out because they suck ass when it comes to Virtual Console.
They
It's been
do.
how many generations and we don't have
I fucking hate
GameCube?
to say, but they do.
Yeah, so they're gonna show Detective Pikachu amiibos. They've been confirmed, but this is gonna be a talking point. I think at least something they bring up. They spend a minute or two of their 30-minute conference showing like, hey, this 3DS game where you have a talking Pikachu. Yeah, you can buy a toy for it. There's a possibility also, my second to last prediction, that if they do show Smash Bros. Deluxe, they will mention a new Smash Bros. If not just a tease, if not just like, and if you're a fan of Smash Bros., we got more big news for you at E3. You know, and
They could do
No
that. I
shit,
could see
that's
them
what-
doing that.
yeah,
Yeah, I
they'll
could see
do.
them doing that.
If they, I'm like
I'm
positive.
not gonna
if they
hype
say,
E3 until like May.
I don't think they're gonna
Yeah,
hype
they're
E3.
usually
I think
not-
they'll say
Not big on E3
later.
anyways.
I think they'll say at a later date. That's their go-to. And then the last one is nothing about Metroid Prime 4. Everyone who is a fan of the Metroid Prime series, get ready to cry, because you're going to be really fucking upset when they don't say anything now, and they don't say anything at E3, and they don't say anything at Tokyo Game Show, and they don't say anything at the Video Game Awards. You're not going to get shit for a really long time on that game, because all they had was a fucking title card ready. I'm letting you know right now. Same with Pokemon Switch. They're going to talk a little bit more about Pokemon Switch, kind of like they do with like any game that's that big of a deal, like Last Guardian or something like that, where it's like each year at least somebody's bringing up something, but it's like it's not out, and it's never coming out, and then, you know, in like 5 or 6 years we'll get Pokemon Switch. Who knows? But Metroid Prime 4, that's not going to come out anytime soon, so we're not getting shit tomorrow. We're not getting a word. They're going to pretend they never announced it. They're going to feel so stupid that they announced it, that they're going to pretend they never did, and then at E3, you know, they'll show the title card again, you know, that direct, they'll be like, Metroid Prime 4! And then they'll show, like, Samus rising up from the ashes, and, like, coming soon. and that's going to be like the next 5 years. It's just that on loop. So that's the main predictions, and I've got a neat little for E3. I tried this out. I'd like to see myself as a visionary. At E3 last year, I thought it would be a great idea to honestly rip off an idea I saw from another streamer and have a bingo card that didn't actually really matter as bingo, but just kind of mattered as like a set of predictions. But this time I found one that's interactive. Look at this. I can light this shit up. Freaking cool. Nice. And might as well light up the free space. So I might carry this over to E3 because I will be streaming those press conferences as well. Those start, of course, in June. So definitely don't hold your breath, but it's going to be a fun set of streams, I think. Recently, there's a YouTube link down below my stream, if you're watching right now, to my personal YouTube page where I upload all of my past streams. And I found a highlight. I had saved one conference of the entire E3 this past year. It's actually EA's conference. If you want to get an idea of what my best is during E3's worst, watch that. Because that EA conference is a pile of shit. But I somehow managed to turn that into some shitty diamonds. Maybe. Because you can watch it, and it's funny. That's the trick. You have anything like EA, even if this direct sucks tomorrow, if you got a bunch of cringy segments and shit, and like people talk about stuff you don't care about, you can still turn it into a joke and have fun with it, I think. With anything.
So you'll be asleep, though.
No, I'll be at work.
You'll be at work during this or during E3?
Yeah. During the not for E3, for the direct.
Nice. Yeah, I'm imagining a lot of people are going to be busy during that time. But anyone who's in the chat right now, whether you're a lurker or you're regular, just if you are interested at all, I would recommend watching it over here because we can discuss it, we can have fun, and if it is a pile of garbage, kind of like the Labo, we can still enjoy it for what it is and laugh at it and say, is this really what we sat here for a few minutes watching? Did we really go out of our way to watch this, you know? But optimally, we have something exciting, we can discuss it, say if we think this is a good thing, a bad thing, you know, maybe they announce details online, despite the fact I think they won't. And it's like, yeah, we're raising the price, but you get an extra free game or something. It's like, well, is this a good thing? Because $20 is already kind of cheap. Didn't we see this coming? You know? Who knows? The possibilities are endless, but you'll never know if you aren't here at 2 p.m. Pacific time. It's going to be fun. Definitely stop by. So, if you have not followed my stream, please do. I love all of you people. Especially that bot that's been in my stream for the past 2 fucking weeks. Follow my stream at least. That is the least you owe me, man. That is the absolute least you owe me. You've been taking up a viewer spot in Ankbot for 2 weeks. Follow my stream. The rest of you follow my stream because you're real people, and I appreciate you more. I'm gonna host somebody that I don't remember because I'm curious why I have them on here, but they're playing PUBG, so I apologize. Like, I wish there was someone playing a better game. So, here we go. I'm going to host this person. I'm having second thoughts. Let me find somebody else. Hopefully he's not watching. You know what? No, I'm just going to say, you know, hey, I wasn't talking about you, man. Give me a game. You know what? Hold on. WWE SmackDown. Anyone playing any of these?
Nope.
Probably not, yeah. What's a game? What's a real cool game? What's fun? Ultimate Chicken Wars.
Fortnite.
Ultimate Chicken. There's definitely gonna be someone playing Fortnite, but I ain't care. WWE. I'll search WWE. SVR 2010. Anyone playing that?
Oh, they're probably playing SmackDown versus Raw.
Supercard. Hey, somebody's playing Supercard. Someone's playing WWE Supercard. Someone is playing
the card.
Someone is playing WWE Supercard. 5 people are playing WWE Supercard. No one is playing any of the SmackDown games. 5 people are playing WWE Supercard. We're about to make this person more viewers than they deserve for playing a card game. So here we go. They have more viewers than I do right now. We're about to make them freaking prime time direct, we're gonna give them what is this? An additional half to their viewers because they got 12. Oh, they're a Texans fan. Go shout out JJ Watt. Gone too soon.
Fuck themselves then.
My friend's a Texans fan. I like the Texans because my friend's a Texans fan. Actually, he kind of hates the NFL right now, so maybe he's not anymore.
I don't blame him.
Yeah. But if you guys want to stop by tomorrow, I will be streaming this unless something crazy happens and I die. But I'm not anticipating that. I'm feeling good. Not to jinx it. But, you know, even if I'm like dead sick, I'll still stream it. I'll mute my mic or something if I'm like in sorts. But, you know, I will be here. Rain or shine, man. I never accuse me of half-assing shit. If I say I'm gonna do something, I do it. So, yeah, gonna host this guy. His name is Forgotten Sage. If you want to ask him anything, ask, why are you playing this and not WWE SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain? Or if you want to be nice, you can say, I got sent by one Grant Jones, and he asks you why you're not playing WWE SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain. Whatever you want to do. Or if you just want to, like, dip out because he's playing a fucking mobile game. So, or be nice. You know, general policy. Be nice. Be nice to everybody, unless they're a dick to you first. I'll see you all tomorrow. You all have a nice night.